Every week, I get more and more notifications like this from you guys, wanting your Fiverr gigs audited because you're struggling to get that first order, or you're struggling to get consistent orders through your Fiverr profile. And after reviewing hundreds of different seller profiles, I've come across one major mistake that 90% of you guys are making. And I'm going to show you what that is in today's video. Because today we're going to be reviewing 4 different Fiverr sellers that have signed up for a no-nonsense gig audit, which you can do as well via the link in the description. This is a weekly series where I go through your gigs and roast them just a little bit, but show you ways that you can improve them and get more sales. So let's dive straight in with David. Now, David here is a visual graphic designer and a web designer. He's a brand new seller with only 1 feedback. He offers a variety of landing page design and also Canva social media posts and kind of different graphic design and also branding kits. So if we just start with this one, his landing page. Now, one of the biggest things I say is you should be using a photo of yourself in your thumbnail. Now, this doesn't apply to every single niche because some niches just don't need it. But if you can use an image of yourself, that's fantastic. Because at the end of the day, you're a freelancer. You're not a company and you're not like some faceless agency. So having a photo of yourself allows the potential client to know exactly who they're working with, and it builds that connection from the get-go. However, David in this situation, it seems like he just scrolled through his Instagram and found the best photo of him and decided to use that as his professional service piece. And, you know, as you can see, David, like, he's not even looking at the camera right now. So this is a big no-no. So straight off the bat, David needs to actually take some decent profile pictures of himself. And this is not hard. Just stand up against a plain wall and pose for a few photos. It's that simple. And then cut yourself out later using Canva or some kind of tool. So David needs to put a little bit more effort into his actual image that he's like portraying, because straight away, if I'm thinking high converting WordPress landing page and I look at David's face, that's not selling to me at all. Then once we go through his gig, we can actually see, okay, he's got a PNG here showing, I guess, some of his previous work. And again, another layout of a whole website. And I guess this is also some of his previous work as well, which is great that he's offering and, you know, showing some of his work, but it has no context. Like, for all I know, he could have got this straight from Google Images. So without some kind of context, like written context, like he's gone down a really good route here. He's created this template with this background. It looks very nice, but why has he not carried this on and made this into some kind of PDF format that a potential client could flick through and see, oh, he made this website for this client and they were looking for this. You know, I also want to see the process. So for example, if the client gave you branding colors, fonts, etc., I want to see the raw materials that you had to use and what you managed to achieve using those raw materials. That is going to sell to me much more as a potential client. Then if we look at his packages are good. It's super cheap right now. So this is good and bad. Like, to go cheap when you're a new seller is great just to get those first orders, but being so cheap, especially for this kind of service, which is a landing page, it might send the signal to the buyer that it's not going to be that good, because for $10 to get a fully responsive landing page with 3 different sections, you know, it kind of sends alarm bells a little bit. To be honest, for this type of gig, even as a complete beginner, I would probably increase my price somewhere in the region of at least a starting price of between $30 to $50. That would be the minimum, I would say. He does go up, of course, and we've got the standard and the premium. But also, here's another big thing, and this is where you can use your gallery, because he's saying, for example, like custom landing page, high converting sales, funnel, SEO, speed optimization, payment integration. So if you had a PDF here in your gallery, you would be able to show everything so much clearer and explain in like dummy terms exactly what the client is getting. So for example here, funnel, like high converting sales funnel, but you're not actually providing a funnel. A funnel is multiple stages. You're not. You're providing a landing page, which is one of the stages of a complete funnel. SEO. Okay, but what SEO? Like from a client standpoint, I want to know what type of SEO you're going to be doing on my landing page. Speed optimization. How? How do you do speed optimization? These are all potential questions clients will have for you, and it could be well explained in a PDF document in your gallery. Now, if we go down, do you need a professionally designed high converting WordPress landing page, sales funnel, or homepage? Okay, description looks all good. I don't think there's much of a problem here. That all looks good. So let's jump over to one of your other gigs quickly. Let's go to this one here. So this is your branding identity kit. Okay. Now everything looks good. You've even got a little video here. Okay, pretty nice, pretty simple. Get amazing kits for your brand. Okay, nice. All right, not bad. A little bit amateur. It could be much better, but it's not too bad. Again, you've got these images, which are great, but again, they lack context. Like for example, this iWER. What did you do for them? Was it just a logo? And did you do this product image? What did you do for them? We really want to know exactly what you did for them. But that's not my biggest annoyance with David. If we go down here, he's done something that's pretty cool. However, it's a little bit strange and possibly pointless. So this is your gig description, and this is like prime real estate. You get 1,200 characters to use, and you want to make sure you're using those characters to sell to potential clients. However, he has put this, and it's if you purchase the premium package for $100, it includes 2 custom extras. Okay, you can choose any 2 of these options, and if you need more, kindly contact me. Okay, so the premium package comes with 2 custom extras. Great. Again, this is something that could be explained in a PDF and doesn't have to take up the prime real estate of the characters in your description. And also one here, tattoo design. Like these are businesses who are wanting branding kits. I'm not sure they're going to want a tattoo design. Then if we go down, let's have a look at his portfolio quick. Now, one thing that I absolutely love, and this is amazing when I saw this, is that he's got this portfolio piece. That's great, okay? This portfolio here is a little bit limiting, to be honest, because you can't get all the information from it, or you can't really upload multiple images, or the images you do upload, the resolution tends to fall behind and it doesn't look good. However, what he has done, which I absolutely love, especially with landing pages, and if you're a website designer, he's actually tagged the link to the website that he built. This is amazing because from a client perspective, I don't know, again, if this is a Google image or he's actually built this. But the fact that he's actually tagged the website, great. It allows me to then go to that website and fully see it and how responsive it is. Then if we go next, okay, we have another one. This again, he could have added a link, which would have made it so much better. We have the branding kit. But now we go to party flyer design. Even though these designs are awesome, really good designs, well done, but the problem I'm having is the portfolio is completely mixed up. If I'm somebody looking for a landing page, I don't care about your flyer design, your logo design, or your branding kits. Yeah, this is not something I care about. And the fact is, it's just not something I care about. It's good, don't get me wrong, great designs. However, if you want to position yourself, so as we see here, we have social media posts, WordPress landing pages, then we have the flyers. So you're a graphic designer and a landing page expert. But if you want to be a landing page expert, build yourself an external portfolio, which is purely just landing pages. Because if I click onto landing pages, I don't want to see a portfolio of your social media posts. I want to see why you're an expert at landing pages. People who want a sales converting landing page do not go with people who also do social media posts on the side. They go with people who understand landing pages, who understand how to lay it out to encourage high conversions, encourage sales. So this is your problem, especially with this gig, this WordPress landing page. You have not convinced me that you're enough of an expert for me to choose you and for me then to have a fantastic landing page that's going to convert very well. So that is one thing that you really have to do. Again, improve your galleries, but also think about your WordPress landing page and how you can improve this to show that you are amazing and you can create great landing pages. So that's definitely what David has to do there. Now, next up, we have iWER Design. Now, this guy, straight off the bat, there's a big mistake. Hi, I'm a graphic designer starting my journey in the creative world. Okay, number one, you are advertising yourself to professional businesses. Like, these are businesses who want your services for their professional need, okay? So the fact that you're telling me that you're starting your journey in the creative world, dude, I'm not gonna pick you. Like, why am I gonna pick you? If you're somewhat of a similar price to other people that have been doing it for years or claim they've been doing it for years, I'm not going to pick you when you're telling me that you're just starting out. That's a big red flag, okay? The point is, if you are just starting out, that's absolutely fine, but don't tell your potential clients that you are. Again, I always recommend going down the route of you fake it until you make it. Now, I'm not saying you have to go ahead and completely lie and say you've got 5 years of experience. Just don't put anything. You don't need to put anything. The fact is, like your resume or your CV, generally the majority of resumes is like what, 60 or 70% lies and 30% truth. And it's a similar situation, especially if you're a new seller and you've got no reviews, nothing. So, just fake it until you make it a little bit, okay? So reword this. Don't claim that you're brand new to this because it's not gonna help. I've already completed several certifications in Canva. Again, I've already completed several certifications in Canva. Come on. Like, certifications in Canva, it doesn't really hold the same weight as, I don't know, certifications in Photoshop, yeah? It doesn't hold the same weight because anybody can use Canva. Not so many people can use Photoshop because it's a much bigger learning curve. Okay, and I'm currently exploring new ways to create engaging. Again, currently exploring new ways. No, you're not. You're already a professional. You know exactly what you're doing, okay? So forget about this. Rewrite this 100%. Now, if we go down, we can see his thumbnails. He's got his face in them, which is great. However, the thumbnails do need a bit of work, especially if you're selling yourself as a graphic designer. These thumbnails, to be honest, are a little bit amateur. But the bigger thing is the fact that his title is, I will design social media posts and designs for you using Canva Pro. Now, big thing here, and again, another kind of annoyance that I have. When people advertise themselves as, I'm gonna create your stuff using Canva, that's not a selling point. That is really not a selling point. Because again, straight away from a client perspective, I'm thinking, okay, this dude's gonna go to Canva, he's gonna get one of the millions of templates they have, and then he's just gonna customize it a little bit with my brand colors and my logo. It's not a selling point, This would sound so much better if it was, I will design social media posts and designs, I will design custom social media posts and designs for your brand or business, yeah? That's gonna sound so much better straight away. Now, if we click on his gig, so again, straight away, iWER Design gallery is empty. We have a thumbnail and that's it. So social media graphic design for your brand or business. Great. Packages, free custom social media posts or visuals, 5 and then 8. Okay, not bad. Could do with a little improvement, let's say, but not bad. We come down to his description. Again, not too bad. But what are we missing here? What are we missing? There's no portfolio. So let's go to his other gig as well, where he does YouTube banners. Okay, scroll down. Yeah, nothing here apart from, he has one more image, which is this. Okay, so I'm expected. You've already told me that you're brand new to this and you're just starting your journey and that you're exploring different designs and things like this. You're telling me that you're using Canva Pro, like it's a selling point that you have Canva Pro and us peasants only have the free Canva. And then I click onto your gig and the only piece of work that you've shown me is one banner. One banner. So what do you think is wrong? Well, if you don't know, then come on, like you should know, right? You can't offer a service and just not show any of your work. This is a lack of effort, okay? You're trying to sell something and you're just like, hey, yeah, this is me, this is what I do, but I can't show you anything of what I've previously done because I don't know, I'm just too lazy to upload anything. Like, come on, man. And this is the thing with Fiverr, like a lot of people don't understand. And I actually had this question yesterday on one of my YouTube videos. They asked basically once they create a Fiverr profile and a gig, how long should they wait until they then think about maybe making changes because they're not getting orders? So it's not a waiting game. It is really not a waiting game. Just like any business out there, people don't just create a business and then be like, cool, I will just wait now for customers to come. No. Like, if customers aren't coming after day 1 or day 2, or there's no interaction or no impressions or no clicks, then you think, okay, what can I do now? Like, it's not a waiting game. It's a constant iteration. So, for example, you should be creating your gig. And then, for example, you do your title, you do your tags, you do your description, you do your thumbnail, you do your packages. And then you create all of those and you're like, okay, yeah, this is good. I like this. All right. Next day, you're like, you know what, maybe my thumbnail could do some improving. Now, on Fiverr, I never recommend that you change your title or your tags after you've already done them once because they're going to impact your search. But changing your thumbnail, adding a video, adding more of your previous work, maybe changing your description slightly, these are all things that you can do and you should be doing. It's a constant iteration. So this is your business page. And it's not a case of them waiting. It's a case of them looking at other top sellers and seeing, okay, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Okay, cool. So I could be doing that. Also, maybe I should think about this gig as well and creating a new gig for this. So you just need to keep going at it. And this is exactly where iWER design is just lacking. Now, next up, we have Maria. Now, Maria is doing so many things right, it's incredible. So, for example, her thumbnails are, to be honest, stunning. Yeah, I love her thumbnails, even though I'm very suspicious that she is AI generated because, come on, look at this, yeah? Look at that thumbnail. That's got to be AI generated, right? I do not believe this is Maria. I just don't believe it. But the thumbnails are fantastic. I love the color, the branding, everything is good here. But I would say Maria has her biggest issue, and let's just go over this real quick. So Maria is an SEO writer, social media designer, and reliable virtual assistant. Cool, she's 3 things in one, which is okay. But when you're just starting, I would always say to kind of niche down in one specific area. Don't branch out so much because you want to be a professional at one thing that people want rather than be that kind of jack of all trades of many things. And if we go down, we have the SEO content writing, the Instagram content design, and the appointment setter. Now, straight off the bat, I would recommend getting rid of the appointment setter because generally there are quite a lot of virtual assistants on Fiverr already. And yeah, this is like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it at all. So she's then a content creator and an SEO writer. So let's go to the content writer. Now, one big thing here, I will write human written SEO real estate content and articles. Okay, so I'm not sure if Maria's going just purely in the way of real estate. I'm not too sure, but this is what I'm going to question in a second. Now, if you look at her description, it is fantastic. Like straight away, you see her type of writing and you see, wow, this is good. You've got a business to run, but your blog is collecting dust. You've tried to write an article yourself, or worse, hired some freelancers who gave you generic fluff stuffed with keywords. Your bounce rates are high, your rankings are low, and your audience barely sticking around. Love it. Absolutely love it. I would probably hire her just from her description. But then we go down and we have the thumbnail. Again, got to be AI generated. And then we have a portfolio piece. So why is there a shortage of nurses in Bulgaria? So if this gig is about real estate content, why are you showing this? I'm not too sure why you're showing this. And another big thing, you've only shown us one. We've got nothing else, yeah? It's just this. So again, it's that lack of, it's just that lack of previous work that you're showing us. And that is the biggest problem. Because generally, you don't need to give us a whole article. All we need to see is just the first couple of paragraphs to see your style of writing. So again, what I would do is create some kind of PDF document. Again, I would use Canva. Make it not just all this written text, make it visual, make it stand out, brand it to your colors, which are yellow, obviously, and show different types of content that you can do. So, you might have articles, you might have emails, you might have, short form sales pitches. So just show a variety of different styles of content that you have done and what you can do so that people can then see, okay, cool, she can do this, cool, I'm gonna hire her. Okay, because everything else is honestly spot on. But the other thing that I would say is now we're on your content design, Instagram content design, and over here you offer like social media posts. So one custom Instagram post, and again, great, like you're using emojis on this one because it's Instagram orientated. So, you're using emojis in your packages. That's fantastic. Maybe for the basic one, I probably wouldn't go with just one Instagram post. I would maybe start with 3 because not many people just want one. But generally, again, you're not showing us anything. So you could use your gallery to show us, for example, your previous work and what you've done. I know you do have a portfolio, but again, in this situation, it's not useful. So this is 100+ real estate blogs for an architecture website. Cool. I can't click onto them. I can't really read them, There should be a link here. And again, here you have some posts, okay? Great. This is really nice, but you can put all of the different posts that you've done right here. And this is going to sell people so much more because the first thing clients see is when they click onto your gig, they see your thumbnail. Then if you have a video, and then they're going to scroll through your gallery before they even go to your packages, before they even scroll down to your description. Okay, so really think about this. And one of the biggest things I would say for Maria is focus on one area. Don't go in these 3 different directions. For me, like straight away, I can see that Maria is a fantastic content writer just by the way that she's writing her descriptions. Therefore, I would go down the route of content writing. And there you have multiple options. You have SEO, you have website content, you have email content writing. There are so many different directions you can go in with this. Therefore, I would probably maybe not get rid of content design, but change it. I wouldn't do design, I would do social media copy. And I would become a professional because she's even got that look of a professional copywriter. I would get rid of appointment setter as well. So Maria, go in one direction. Stop going all over the place with 3 different services. Really emphasize and show your work, yeah, and use your gallery to do that. And lastly, on the chopping block, we have Lisa. Now, Lisa is, again, a culprit of very little effort, but wanting possibly maximum results, yeah? I will write in your voice. I'm an experienced email copywriter with expertise in writing copy to match your voice, tone, and style. My first priority is to provide email copy that you love. Great. Now, straight away, let's click on, she's only got 1 gig. Let's click here. Now, just for a second, look at her face, yeah? Look at her picture, and now tell me if this context matches her pose. Sound like you? Sound like crazy. Conversion-driven emails written with your unique brand voice. Okay, so she's gone down this whole like trendy kind of sales pitch, like sell like crazy. But then we see her thumbnail and she looks like a sweet lady. She looks nice. She looks friendly. So this doesn't connect to this whole sell like crazy trend. So straight away from the thumbnail, I would honestly say, let's change the sell like crazy. Go more in how you would personally be, or change your image to kind of be a little bit more serious and match this style of writing. But again, Lisa is a culprit of not showing enough. So we have a couple of emails here that she's written, obviously, 3 emails. But even just look at the way that they're laid out. It's on an A4 piece of paper, and it just doesn't look that great. It could look so much better. This again is a situation of not using your gallery to sell to your clients. So you have so many opportunities where you can upload the PNGs, the PDFs into your gallery, and you can create like really nice visuals, which are going to help convert buyers. And you can use those, you can create those just using Canva. So generally with Lisa, like, there's a lack of effort. You know, average response time, 31 hours. Come on now. Like, nobody's going to be waiting around for you for 31 hours for you to respond. And yet you're expecting potential sales? It's a lack of effort, Lisa. Like, just, if you want to be serious, then sort this out. But generally, I'm assuming Lisa probably has another job. And I do find those people with other jobs who are not 100% like hungry to succeed and 100% invested in Fiverr, they end up with profiles looking something like this. So the biggest mistake that 90% of these freelancers are making is not taking advantage of their galleries. In your gallery, you can upload videos, thumbnails, PNGs, PDFs. Take advantage of it. It's the first thing that potential buyers will see once they click onto your gig. So why are you not using it to sell to them? Don't just use your package in your description, because your description is just a bunch of words. Now, I'm not saying go create this PDF with a ton of wording, because nobody will read it. I'm saying go create a PDF which looks visually appealing, very simple, and explains your service, what you offer, and what you can do for them. If you can just create a PDF and explain everything like that, number one, that's something more than the majority of other sellers are already doing. And number two, you're explaining everything to the client. So all they really have to do is click contact me or buy now. It's that simple. So start taking advantage of your gallery and don't just leave it blank with one thumbnail and possibly one piece of work that you've done. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want your gig roasted, then you can sign up through the link in the description. Otherwise, this video right now that's on screen is last week's video where I roasted 4 different Fiverr freelancers, and hey, you might enjoy it.